Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with a wrap-up video for playing on a budget. Didn't do very hot this time. It did very, very bad in this particular playing on a budget, and I don't know if the deck was just really running cold, or if the deck is just bad, or if I played bad, or yeah, it was just a lot of the deck in theory and in testing was working very well when you actually get your hand with 2 lands, draw into 1 more land, and start off with a 1-drop. A lot of times you can overwhelm your opponents, and you can actually kind of run like how Red Deck Wins runs. Is you drop a creature, and then next turn you drop a Favored Hoplite, and I've actually had the draw where you drop an Ethereal Armor and an Ethereal Armor on turn 2, and you've got a you're swinging in for like 7 damage, I believe, with a 6/7 first striker. That it can get Doombladed and whatnot, but a lot of the meta right now is actually red removal, and so you can really just pump up your dudes. And I mean, the Mono Black Devotion is a very, very huge deck, and they do run some removal in there. They do run the cures, the Freakish Cure and Doomblades, and those can be negated though by the God's Willing. So I don't know if God's Willing is something you'd want to go main board and change the whole feel of this. Maybe not to enchantments. So I'm going to show you the version I'd run without the enchantments, and maybe that would work a lot better. But I just thought I really wanted to make Orzhov Charm, which I don't think we even really saw much of in this entire matchup, as just a lot of awkward hands. And of course, that's why I really wanted to see if the power of Scourgemark was there, because if you hook up Scourgemark on a double striker, it cantrips itself, gives your guy +1/+0, and even like on the Fabled Hero, gives him +2/+1 and cantrips. And you'd think in theory that would actually work, but this is probably not the way to go with a black-white heroics list. And maybe Fabled Hero, you might want to just go like a Phalanx Leader strategy, and instead of Fabled Hero, I'd probably keep in a couple of Fabled Hero. We'd definitely keep in. I might actually even keep in the Scourgemarks. Probably not though. And even the Orzhov Charms. Orzhov Charms can stay in for removal, so these guys can stay in. But you do have some cool stuff in the. If I were to turn this into a heroic strategy without the enchantments, so these guys would come out in the sideboard. We'd probably want to run God's Willing Mainboard. It's probably the best. And that was probably a mistake on my part. The Necromancers, Immortal Servitudes can all come out as well, and even these can come out. So what we'd want to do is the best heroic card, a very aggressive card, is called Dauntless Onslaught. And I probably wouldn't even use, no, I definitely wouldn't even use Fencing Aces here. So it's going to be Dauntless Onslaught would come in. And then you have the God's Willing. You don't have much black in here. You could go Boon of Erebos, which wouldn't be bad. Or it's called Boon of something. Boon of... Anyway, +2/+0 regenerate, and you lose 2 life on a creature, so it protects your creature like the God's Willing. But I think with the God, what you'd want is you want the Phalanx Leader. The Phalanx Leader here. All 4 of them, and then I like Precinct Captain. And you can even go Brave the Elements if you wanted to. Precinct Captain, you go up to a higher land count. This way you're going to be getting in a lot of lands. So you could go down on the swamps, bring in some more plains. And again, the Agent of Fates is crucial to hit. I don't know if Orzhov Charm is the right way to go. It's kind of tempting to go with the Freakish Cure, because you could target your own dude to gain 2 life and put a +1/+1 counter on it. So I'm going to look at things that I can actually target in white. I know that black does have a life link that can target up to 2 creatures, and maybe that will come in. We'll check it out. But we're going to look at all the things we can target creatures with. I think 22 creatures is probably okay. So we have Favored Hoplite, Phalanx Leaders, Precinct Captains, the Tormented Hero, Agent of Fate. So everything has hero except for the Precinct Captains. And then we're going to look at standard cards that are going to be instant or sorcery speed, preferably instant speed, that we can hook up to our heroic stuff. So you have Aerial Maneuver, which gives first strike 1/1 and flying. Not too bad. We have Yeah, Beckon Apparition, not good. What we really need is like Common Bond. Not the Common... Was it Common Bond? There was a card that targeted 3 back in the day that was simply amazing, because if you could target 3 individual creatures with 1 card. So we're just going to go through this. I mean, Brave the Elements could be a great sideboard card against like the... And you could easily go down to a mono white list as well, and maybe we should try that out instead of the Agent of Fates and Tormented Hero. Because maybe these aren't the best, because you can go a mono white list with Brave the Elements and go like a heroic route. It actually works quite well with Dauntless Onslaughts and God's Willing and Brave the Elements, and you can even go a Spear of Heliod. I don't know if I even want Spear of Heliod in here. I mean, in theory, if we get a bunch of 1/1s out, it's actually good, but I'm going to take it out for the moment being. And Silence is actually kind of cool. I'm going to make in a Gutter Snipe deck, I'm definitely going to try this Silence, a Young Pyromancer Gutter Snipe control list, where I'm going to bring in Silences and just overwhelm that way. Anyway, that's a deck for another day. I do like the Swift Justice. It gives First Strike, Lifelink, and +1/+0. I'm going to put in a few of these just as combat trips, even though it does just... if it does just target one of them, I think it might be worth it to bring it in. So, none of these are good. Aerial Maneuver is going to be more expensive than the Swift Justice. I'd rather just go with that. Battle Lines Valor is kind of cool. It gives Scry, but it's not going to be the way to go. The Renounce the Guild is actually kind of cool to put in, because you have no mono or no multicolored permanents whatsoever. And Show of Valor is not going to work. Sunder Growth not going to work. Executioner Swing not going to work. Neither Celestial Flare or Far and Away. Profit Losses, it would be great if you could target, but you cannot target. Again, it's going to be, maybe it is going to be the life-linking black spell is the best we can go. Dauntless Onslaught, of course. Fortify is cool, but it doesn't target creatures individually. We have Ready and Willing. Creatures to control get Death Touch and Lifelink is kind of cool as well, but I'm not too thrilled by this or Righteous Charge. It probably is going to be Cutthroat Maneuver. I'm going to bring in 1 Cutthroat Maneuver to see. That's all I have at the moment. I think 1. I'll go get a couple more Cutthroat Maneuvers, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in another probably aggressive 1-drop in Soldier. Let's look at the heroic options. And maybe, actually, let's take off my cards here and see if we missed anything that had 0. So Boon of Erebos, that is Boon of Erebos. So target, we're gonna try a Boon of Erebos. I'm gonna try 2 of them in a Cutthroat Maneuver, and then we're gonna add. See if there's anything else that I missed here. Got the God's Willing. Doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna move over to creatures, and we're gonna put in probably another. We want another fast creature. I'm just gonna bring in the Soldier Pantheon. I think this will still. Maybe we want more than 1. And are these Fabled Heroes? These Fabled Heroes are actually good. So this would put it up to 10 1-drops, and that's probably good. So we have 4 Tormented Heroes, 2 Soldier Pantheons, and 4 Favored Hoplites. And this will just allow us, even though they're not heroic, it actually makes Phalanx Leader a little bit better. And in this case, maybe Agent of Fates can stay in. So I'm going to go and I'm going to get a couple more Cutthroat Maneuvers instead of like a Swift Justice. Or maybe the Orzhov Charms. I'm going to cut the Orzhov Charms. I'm going to put Orzhov Charms. We're going to go a removal-less route. We'll put the Orzhov Charms in the sideboard here. I'm going to bring in some more Soldiers of Pantheons. Put us up to 26 creatures. I'm going to get another Cutthroat Maneuver. I'm probably going to get 2 more Cutthroat Maneuvers and call this good. And we'll try this out. So there will be a bonus matchup here. So I'm just going to go to my buddy list here. I'm going to click on a bot here and get a Boon of Erebos. And maybe we need to go up more in those because it saves our creatures. It does regenerate them. And hey, you get a little tutorial on how to trade too. So we're gonna grab, might as well grab 4 of these, and then Cutthroat Maneuver. Because these are so dirt cheap. That's the coolest thing about MTGOs. You can always find any card you want, and they're always so dirt cheap. 2 cents for those. And 2 cents for those. So, those are 4 cents. So, I have some credits left over on this bot. Just done it away. Confirm the trade. And you're going to get a bonus match here in the playing on a budget. I'm going to save this up and see if this works out a little bit better. We're going to go ahead, confirm this. And I'm going to do the same probably for next week's Playing on a Budget with a red-white. Red-white has some access to some really, really powerful enchantments, like Madcap skills. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add one more Cutthroat Maneuver, and one more Boon of Erebos probably. I do think Boon of Erebos is the way to go, as it does protect your creature against the removal. It regenerates them. And I'm going to put some Cutthroat Maneuvers in the sideboard, and then Boon of Erebos. And I'm going to put one more in the sideboard. Yeah, this isn't the most... I'm going to try to fill it up here with... I'm going to do a Profit Loss, because those are really, really good against the token decks. And we're going to put a whopping 4 of them in the sideboard. And, yep, we do have the Cutthroat Maneuvers in the sideboard as well. And that should save us up. We're going to call this BY Heroics 2. Sorry if this video is going to be a little bit long. In fact, I'll just do a bonus video. This will do. It'll be a separate video. So we'll go on to this video. This is Kevin from GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.